I get asked frequently from my subscribers to talk about defensive behavior and why it happens, who does it, and how do you live with someone who is defensive. And I've made short videos about that, but I haven't made a longer one. So I want to talk to you. This is especially helpful for the person who is defensive. And although they don't like to admit it, I think the best way to present this and actually have them listen to it is if you, the partner, will say, this is a great video about defensiveness. I think it will give us both understanding of why it happens and also how we can start changing the way we talk to each other so that it doesn't erode our trust and our intimacy in the relationship. The first thing I want you to understand is that a healthy couple who doesn't deal with defensive behavior understands up front that understanding a partner's experience is not the same thing as admitting you're a bad person, because this thought seems to be underneath the reason people get defensive. And more than likely, if you are a defensive person, you learned that not only by watching your caretakers at a very young age, but maybe growing up, the family was very competitive, very judgmental. And so you felt like when you made a mistake, you were a bad person. And because that thought runs deep in your mind, you find that when you're with friends or with family, or God forbid, your most loved partner, you will often feel attacked when something is going wrong or when you make a mistake. And so because you feel attacked, you get defensive. And you're thinking, if I defend what's going on, if I defend myself, I'm protecting the relationship. The only thing you're protecting as a defensive person is your own ego. And that's why it's that very behavior that can erode the trust of your partner in your relationship. And I want to talk about this. When one partner becomes defensive, the conversation shifts from understanding to self-protection. Instead of hearing, this is how I feel, the defensive partner hears, you're a bad person, and immediately begins explaining, justifying, minimizing, or counter-attacking because they feel attacked whenever they've made a mistake, or even if they didn't make a mistake, when their partner is going through a struggle saying, this is how I feel. Normally, a healthy person would say, let's get to the bottom of this. Like, tell me about it. When do you think it started? How did it start? A defensive person, because their ego is a threat at that point, they try to overdo, minimize, take the blame, or shift everything off of what the partner is feeling to something else entirely. So you can imagine the fallout, but I'm going to go through it. The first one is vulnerability in the relationship stops. When vulnerability stops, intimacy stops. Intimacy requires vulnerability. If every concern is met with excuses or arguments or defensiveness, the other partner learns it's not safe anymore to tell you how I feel. When I tell you how I feel, you go into feeling attacked and you start attacking me with a counterattack. So eventually you just give up, you quit sharing, and that's a loss of emotional connection. The second thing is problems never get solved. For example, partner A, I felt lonely when you worked all weekend. Defensive response, I had to work. Why are you making me feel guilty? The original issue was loneliness, and it was never addressed. The third way it erodes trust, emotional loneliness grows. People can live in the same house, sleep in the same bed, and still feel emotionally abandoned. When concerns are repeatedly dismissed or defended against, the injured partner often feels unseen and unheard. The fourth way it erodes trust, trust begins to disintegrate. Trust isn't about fidelity alone. It's also about believing your partner can handle when you tell them what you're feeling. When someone is consistently defensive, their partner begins to wonder, can I even be honest with you? Without emotional honesty, the intimacy is going to weaken. Resentment replaces connection. Unresolved hurts don't go away. They don't dissipate into thin air. They accumulate. Small disappointments become large narratives. You never listen. You don't care about how I feel. What's the point of talking? You're going to counterattack. You're going to get all crazy. Resentment is intimacy's natural enemy. And the sixth way it destroys trust, the relationship becomes a courtroom. Instead of curiosity, empathy, and compassion, they focus on who's right, who's wrong, and who's to blame. Love struggles to grow in that caustic environment. What true intimacy needs from both partners, instead of one of the partners saying, that's not what happened, it's tell me more about why that hurt you. Instead of, you're overreacting, I didn't do that. Your partner needs to hear, I can see that this is really affecting you. Instead of, you're blaming me, which defensive people say all the time, you need to try, what do you need for me to understand? I'm giving you 3 scripts you can practice with to get out of your defensive mode. It's so important that you make that perspective switch from thinking everything that you do in a relationship or that your partner feels is being pushed on you that you have to defend against. You need to understand that how someone else feels is not the same thing as admitting it's your fault. And so you have to attack. Just listen to them. Be curious. It might have nothing to do with you. It might have to do with them, with their past, with a lot of other things. When you were raised in defensiveness, the worst thing you can do is to accept that as who you are. That is not who you are. That is who you were modeled. You were taught was normal as a little kid. It's not. And you can relearn the skill. It doesn't have to undermine the trust in your relationship. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.